Let me add on to our various wish list when it comes to Arabian perfumes. They are on our next with everyday releases. Lattafa is not sparing us. Paris Corner is doing the most at this point with like releases almost every day, and other houses are also, chiming in, just increasing our wish list. And this time, Lattafa has decided to expand their territories to our kids. Not only are they telling us to make budgets for them as adults, but to expand the budget and include that for our kids, because they have releases targeted towards our kids. And I'm here to spill all the tea. Hi, my name is Ajwa, and I hope this video finds you well. So in this video, I have numerous fragrances from Lattafa, Paris Corner, FA Paris, among a host of others, and I just want to introduce them to you. They are fairly new. All of these fragrances are on the market now, so if you just search where you regularly find your Middle Eastern fragrances, I'm sure you're going to find all of these, So I'll start off with the ones that Lattafa is trying to, include our kids in, because it's always been the adults, the male, female, but now they say we need to, spend our money for our kids too when it comes to fragrances. And I don't know how you feel about it, kids perfumes in general. For me, I'm sort of 50-50 towards kids perfume. Not that I have not bought perfume for my little girl before, I have, but moving forward, I think based on her reactions and other things, I'm not going to buy anything for her until after a while. So the first one that I have here are going to be 5 releases for kids, which are going to be the names and the artwork gives me toothpaste vibes, those toothpaste for kids, the artwork and even the names. And this one, I'm not going to go with the notes here. They have the notes and everything, but there are 5 of them, so I'm not going to go with the notes. I'm just going to introduce them to you in case you are interested. You look it up, with the notes. And this includes Happy Brush, Happy Time, Play, Riders, and then Stop, Wait and Go. Stop, Wait and Go. Those are the names of these fragrances that are being targeted at our kids. So not only do you have to make budgets for Lattafa with their various numerous releases, please do make some, for our kids. Take them into consideration, because Lattafa is after the entire family, yeah. So that's the first release that I want to introduce to you. There's another one that is have been silently released. I don't know how Lattafa is doing this, because I think they release some of the fragrances on various different markets, I don't know what the target and the strategy is, but there's one that is out known as Brioche Vanille, which is supposedly inspired by French pastry, like French bread, that sort of light, airy bread, that is what it is inspired by, with the name Brioche Vanille, infused with vanilla. And this one includes the notes of Brioche Accord at the top and bergamot, those two at the top. It has, and also Fraisier at the middle. It has heliotrope, fair balsam, and then at the base it has benzoin, praline, and then vanilla. So it gives me a very gourmand bread, sort of vibes, like French bread pastry vibes. That is what essentially this is supposedly inspired by. So if you are into comforting bread, like something with a doughish vanilla feel, then I think this might be for it. I think I've seen a review on TikTok, and it says it is quite intimate and mild, until I experience it for myself. I wouldn't know, but there's one from Lattafa known as Brioche Vanille that I wanted to bring to your attention. Aside Brioche Vanille, Lattafa has also launched and released Kashan onto the market. This apparently has the notes of raspberry and saffron. Those are the only notes I could come up with. If there is any other thing I get to find out, I will definitely fill you in. This is already launched, so just check out your local Arabian outlets or online site for this new release by the House of Lattafa. So let's move on to the House of Paris Corner, and when you check on their Instagram, for example, they have a teaser for a fragrance promising to be a gourmand one, and I think there is no picture or anything for it right now, but it is being labeled as a ministry of gourmand, like ministry of gourmand. So Paris Corner, over the last couple of weeks have released like 3 or 4 fragrances, including the, the teaser that they are giving us, which is the Ministry of Gourmand. And in the advertisement, it's giving me cake, and berries and other fruits. So I'm thinking about a cocktail of fruits and then some, the usual Gourmand, thing. Now, I'm getting less and less excited about Paris Corner releases, because at the beginning of the year, they were giving us like, fragrances of niche, fragrances that were hard to come by. But now, with some of the releases that they have, and I'm going to talk about, it doesn't look like, it's going the niche route or something that a lot of us are expecting, And with this teaser for Ministry of Gourmand, I'm not too sure what to expect, but there is the Ministry of Gourmand that, I'm curious about anyway. Then they have already released Khayal, Khayal, and this includes a note of bergamot and orange at the top. It has white grapefruit and then woody notes in the middle, as well as musk and then white amber. This gives me a more summer vibe, like releasing summer, spring fragrance, like towards fall. I don't know, maybe you get it now, let it macerate towards summer, spring, whatever. But that is the vibes this one is giving me with the bottle, that pale orange or brownish, vibes, and that floral around it, the white floral, that orange blossom sort of feel to it. It is quite beautiful. I like the concept of the bottle, it gives me a bit of an old school vibe, but I like it. But the fragrance notes, the main notes are giving me summer, spring vibes, and that is already being launched by the House of Paris Corner. One that is already out and I've seen it's being, on TikTok and elsewhere are going to be the Minya series. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. The Minya series, which includes the OG Minya, which has apparently been likened to Cheirosa 62 by Sol de Janeiro. And I don't know if that was really a need, considering the fact that a lot of us have the body mist, and then the EDP, from Sol de Janeiro. But I think it's going to be an answered prayer for people who don't have access to the brand. I don't think the brand is everywhere, like they are very visible in, in the States, but elsewhere people complain they don't get, it. So probably with Paris Corner doing this, it's going to be like an answered prayer, for that, when it comes to Cheirosa, fragrances, more especially, Cheirosa 62. So Minya has the note of, pistachio, almond at the top. It has jasmine, heliotrope, and then cashmere in the middle, and then sandalwood, vanilla, and then salted caramel at the base, so hopefully it is a good one. Then another flanker of this is going to be the Minya Coco Lush, which includes the notes of coconut milk, raspberry, and pear at the top. It has jasmine and freesia in the middle, and then ambroxan, macaron, and then musk at the base. And this, I saw a review, not like, like a brief review of it, and it's been likened to Cloud Pink. I saw it being spoken about by Dr. Carlin, here on YouTube, and she likened it to Cloud Pink, which is already a DNA already, out there. So I don't know how this one is going to be accepted, in that manner, because Cloud Pink is already very affordable. People hardly talk about it, so being compared to that, I don't know how you're going to feel, but there's that, and then there's another one from Paris Corner. No, I think that is those are the last ones from Paris Corner. I'm going to go with FA Paris, and FA Paris is giving us something I feel strongly masculine. The note structure is giving me masculine vibes. Even with the bottle, it's giving me a very masculine with the gold and that amber sort of design in the bottle, and this is known as amber saffron, which has a note of, it has a plethora of notes here, like a lot of them, including citruses, fruit notes, green notes, mint, spicy notes, saffron at the top. This is just at the top. In the middle, we have the carnation, the lily of the valley, the roses, the jasmine. And then at the base, we have the amber balsamic notes, the musk, the oud, the patchouli, the tonka bean, and then the woodsy notes. And this is giving me a very masculine vibe, you know, somehow, although the notes, I don't know, it gives me masculine vibes with the ad, the bottle, and the note structure, the patchouli, the woodsy notes, you know, amber, balsamic notes, oud. It sort of gives me that, you know, so we just live and see how that one, you know, comes out. And that is going to be the one from FA Paris. There is also another one that I have seen from Lattafa. I'm not too sure. I wanted to just chime that one in because I'm not too sure whether it is like a new release or it's been on the market for a while, you know, because as I said, Lattafa is releasing silently to other, you know, jurisdiction, and some of these are not even on their website, you know, so I'm not too sure. But there is this one known as Natural Oud, you know, that I have seen around. I'm not sure, it's part of the Pride collection. So this one, I didn't get any note structure for it. There's nothing like note structure whatsoever, you know, but there's one that I've seen known as the Natural Oud. I've not seen it anywhere on Lattafa's, you know, any of their websites. I've not seen it being marketed anywhere else, so I would love to believe it is a new, you know, release from the house of Lattafa. So these are the ones that I have currently that I wanted to bring to your attention. I know there are various many others, you know, and as they keep coming, I'll keep bringing some of them to you. One thing that I also want to talk about, you know, is not part of this, but there's this cotton Abayedh, you know, from Zaafaran that I've seen making the rounds lately, you know, the cotton Abayedh, and that has also been likened to some Ariana Grande fragrance. I think it went viral a while ago, you know, but I've seen it resurfacing, and, you know, just to give you a heads up, you know, about that particular one, because I love the bottles of that, you know, cotton Abayedh line, you know, including the one that has been likened to the Vanilla pod by Ariana Grande, I believe, you know. So those are some of the amazing fragrances out there. I received my soiree today from Maison Astra, and I have a lot to say about soiree. I have a lot to say about that, including how it was being advertised, how I'm perceiving it, you know, and my full thought about soiree from Maison Astra. You know, it is my new bottle, like my first brush with the house, and I have a lot to say. It might not be the most positive review I'm going to give it, you know, so just look out for that, you know. And that is going to be it for today, and I hope this video found you well. Please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I hope to see you in my next one. Take care. Bye bye.